All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here, Dallas, Texas, DreamHack 2019. I have the best in the business with me, Nick Mazesco, the voice of competitive Madden, and RG, the grizzled vet. Fellas, we've seen a lot of blowouts, but this is the moment that we've been waiting, needing, and looking for. Minimike. We've seen him since he was a baby grow up into the animal that he is right now. Prettyboy Williams, Antoine Prettyboy Williams. They'll be facing off. He was a Madden Challenge runner-up to Big Gene in the 05 game. What are you guys looking to see here?
I think we're just looking for a good game. I think that's what we're looking for. It doesn't matter how bad the appetizers were. If the entree's good, if they give you a good steak, even though the potato skins were nasty, you're going to say it was a pretty good meal.
Yeah, and I'm excited about this one. This is old school right there as you see Antoine Prettyboy Williams, Madden Nation Season 1 alumni, the runner-up in the Madden 05 Madden Challenge, lost to Big Gene, I believe a 3-time Madden Challenge regional winner. He made some noise in MLG back in the day, and he's back looking to make a name for himself.
Prettyboy is 2-0 going into this game. Minimike is 1-1. I know Sherm and T-Roy are somewhere dialed into this chat rooting for their guy.
And when we talk about Twan being the old school Minimike, that is the new school right there. Michael Valvano, for those that don't know, this is the younger brother of Vinny Valvano, who we talked about earlier in the broadcast. If you haven't...
Give Minimike his time. There we go.
Get my guy Mike his time on camera. There he is. But if you haven't seen it, you go on YouTube, you look up Vinny Valvano Madden, and you'll see the story of Vinny. And back then, you'll see Minimike. He's about 9 years old in that video at a Madden tournament, and here he is.
Minimike's greatest performance ever came on the biggest stage of all, Madison Square Garden. He was there, took on Chuck Hollywood.
Who was Madden Nation alumni at the time. Mike must have been like 10 years old.
And I might have been in dog years. I think he was 4. And when I tell you, we have not heard from or seen Chuck Hollywood since.
True. Very fair.
He beat Chuck into retirement.
Yeah, this is just so awesome for a guy like me to see, Rico. We grew up watching Vinny. Before, it was just his little brother was always there just supporting his older brother. And now, if you talk to Vinny, Mike's the one you got to look out for in the family. Mike brings a lot to the table. He's made a run at some of our tournaments. We saw him at the Madden Classic. I believe he made online elimination for every MCS event. So this is going to be awesome. I cannot wait. 2 very good competitors, 2 amazing storylines. This is the type of action I've been looking for.
Is anybody scoring 77 in this game?
No, not at all.
No 77s.
But back in the day, Prettyboy had one of the most explosive offenses. His juke was phenomenal back on that game. Now, we know RG does not like to make picks. That goes against every core bone of his body. But for some reason, I think he might make an exception this game.
This is a tough one.
RG. Who do you have? We're coming to you first.
Oh,
Antoine Prettyboy Williams, one of the original members of the firm. Versus one of the greatest Madden. And he told me he's an amazing Monopoly player as well, and that you should know about how good he is at Monopoly.
Minimike?
Yes.
Yeah, he's pretty good. We play a little Monopoly online. He's won a few games.
He said he chowed down on you. And chow.
I'm done.
Get out.
To be clear, we keep track of our standings. I'm currently high in the standings in our second season of Monopoly.
All right.
Stop letting him avoid the question.
You're getting away from it. Go on record. You must choose.
I don't want to choose. It's going to be a tough game. I got to go with Minimike. The brothers Valvano. I've been a huge fan of Vinny's, and Minimike's ever since, 10 years ago. It goes back a decade. I can't pick against him now when he's finally on the big stage. Going Minimike.
All right, Nick, you're not familiar with these guys, but you're familiar with these names.
Something fell. Give me Prettyboy. I'm going to take the veteran in this one.
Who happens to be 2-0.
He is 2-0.
2-0. I got him going 3-0.
But remember, more pressure on Mike now, because Mike loses this game, he's going to be out, because he lost to McKinley status already. So the pressure is on Mike in this game.
I'll be honest, the main reason I'm picking Prettyboy is because I'm a pretty boy, he's Prettyboy. I got to go with fellow Prettyboy.
All right.
Who do you pick?
It is funny because it's actually an easy pick for me. I'm going with Prettyboy. And here's the reason why.
Sorry, I got to step this way because I'm on this team now.
Mike gave me the big game speech. before this started. He came to me. He said, Rico, I'm tough. It's not Vinny. It's me now. I'm the one you got to worry about. I feel great. There's nobody that can beat me. I'm ready to play people in the hotel. I'm ready to see anybody. And then he lost to McKinley.
Yeah.
And he came to me, and I saw the 0-1. I saw the look, but he got himself back together. He won his next game. He's 1-1 now. But we all know how these big game stories end. So I'm going with Prettyboy, and it's not going to be close.
Just based off of the big, it's because Michael gave you the big game speech.
And because Mike gave me the big game speech, I have to go with the Prettyboy, and I have him winning by double digits.
Double digits? Oh,
yes,
man.
He was
not
still
77.
Yeah, no, not 77, but I think it's going to be a 2-score game. Remember, you were still looking for a game that we had that was 7 points or less. This isn't going to be it. I'll be interested to see what Prettyboy is doing on offense. He's always been one of the more creative offensive players in the Madden community. Do you think he's going to be running a little something different?
I think you have to expect something different. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's a tournament in May. If you're not one of the guys who has run the meta and knows how to run the meta and is one of the top players at running the meta, you've got to come in here and run something different just to mix things up and give people a different look.
Nice.
In your day, did you ever run against Prettyboy in any tournaments?
We never played in a tournament, but we've played some games outside of tournaments. We used to go back and forth. And I'll tell you one thing about Twan. This is a guy, when he locks in, he locks in. If you try to play like just an online game with him, you better clear your schedule, because it's not one game. One game, he's the type of guy, one game turns into 10 games. You start at 11 p.m. at night, you're not done till 4 a.m. in the morning. He'll just keep on grinding, and he says he's been locked in on the sticks for the last several months getting ready for this tournament. And, you know, to his credit, when he was a top player competing, especially in the 05 era, you can consider him a tier 1 type Madden player, which nowadays a tier 1 would be like, you know, your young Kivs, your Dreenies, those type of players, your Skimbos. Twan was that caliber of player back, this is almost a decade ago, so it's going to be interesting to see if he still has it.
A decade? It was more, it's almost
more
2
than
decades.
a decade ago.
You know how I can tell these
years.
I can tell these guys are excited because they keep moving closer to me and just talking at each other. I feel like I'm about to like an undisputed, one of the undisputed posters. I feel like I'm about to see Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp like backing up.
This has been years in the making for me and the Grizzly.
We've been waiting, wanting, needing this, and a little bit of a showmanship. Now, for those of you who don't know, Twan was one of the greatest trash talkers ever.
Oh, yeah.
He could talk with the best of them. You're going to see him dancing. You're going to see him swagging. You're going to see him yelling at this youngster like he is everything besides a friend. But he's going to shake his hand at the end of the game. Yeah. He's going to let him know good game. Whereas Mike, he's going to be that silent assassin. He's going to be playing, but if a couple plays go his way, I think Mike might let us hear it a little bit too.
I don't think Mike's going to be shy up there.
Okay.
Looking at that swag,
okay.
I feel like Prettyboy's ready to go. Looking at Mike, he's locked in. I feel like he's ready to go. Looking at RG, I feel like he's ready to go. Nick over here dancing and swagging on him, he's ready to go. You know I'm ready. And you see the guy in the black like, let's go, let's rock. So let's get this going. Ladies and gentlemen, Twan, Little Mike, Big Mike, what do you want to call him, Mini Mike? Greatness.
This is a good game, and you got to think Twan has a lot of momentum going into this one. He just got a W over McKinley Status, and McKinley Status is no slouch. This is the defending Detroit Lions club champion from this year. Very well-respected player, so for Twan to be able to come back onto the scene and get a win over a player of that caliber, I cannot wait to see what he's bringing to the table. It looks like Mike's going to start on offense and Twan on defense.
Two incredibly, two teams we've seen a lot today. Falcons, Chiefs. Look at those all blacks for the Atlanta Falcons.
Black 58,
it's
William.
tough.
Black 58,
Mini Mike starting off with the ball.
And that trips tight end, Nick.
Mahomes.
Quick hike by Michael.
And he goes corner out. Oh, you saw Prettyboy drop back with Tack McKinley trying to take away that corner route, but it's too much speed from Travis Kelce.
That was a good play by Michael. He got to the line of scrimmage, pretty much gave Twan no time to set up his defense, quickly snapped the ball, got the corner out for a big gain.
Handoff. Williams.
Stone, hurry up.
Trying to keep the pressure on early. Let's get trips tight end. Kelsey on the right side of the line. Mahomes looking deep, trying to take a shot. He's got Hill over the top, put it in the bucket. It's a touchdown for Minimike, who's trying to become the Big Mike here at Dallas DreamHack.
The brothers Valvano, his older brother Phenomenon, already got out of his group. Mike playing with his life on the line, and this group answers with a quick touchdown. And let's see how the grizzled veteran Prettyboy is going to respond.
3 plays, 75 yards, and a touchdown to the burner, Tyreek Hill.
Let's go, Nick. This is the type of game I've been waiting for all day long. And I know Rico said he expects this one to be 2-possession ball game. That's not what I'm expecting, Nick. I'm expecting a back-and-forth battle here. These are 2 hungry players with a little bit of history and an important group play game.
7-0 early. With 4:22 to go in the first quarter, can Prettyboy respond? Setting up his offense. Look at him. Looks like Prettyboy's coming out in single back trio.
And the hoodied up right now. Twan's always been known to have a unique style of offense. I mean, you should have seen this guy back in 05, the way he would do the juke glitch. I mean, he would reverse it around field. He was running 5 wide with the Vikings, toss with Michael Bennett. He's always had a very unique style of play.
Now 2nd and 1 after that run with Devontae Freeman.
Twan also got to represent Larry Fitzgerald in the first season of ESPN's Madden Nation.
When Larry Fitzgerald was still a young player out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, this was all the way back in 2006.
This Fitz' 2nd year in the league, I want to say.
Ooh, nice play.
Ooh, was that a little...
Ooh, good stick.
Did we just see I don't think that was like a full screen, but looked like a smoke screen out of a little hot route action.
Little custom play right there for Twan. And I'll tell you, this single back trio is tough. You could run dive out of this. I believe he might have a toss or a stretch he can go to as well.
Said he was going to probably run... We said if he's going to have a chance, got to run something a little different. He's running something different out of the single back trio set.
And it makes a little more sense how he was able to beat McKinley status, because you got to think a guy like McKinley status not used to seeing this single back trio. I'm sure Mike isn't used to it, so Twan catching competitors off guard with a unique offense, and I love to see it. Good pocket. Mike's got defense.
It eventually collapses.
Hey, Tuesday.
This is great. Big play right here for Twan, 3rd and 6.
Down 7-0. Can he respond? 3rd down. Ryan waiting.
Got him.
Looking. Corner route. When in doubt, corner route. That's Tevin Coleman, who has been a beast. We've seen the Atlanta Falcons a lot, boy. Coleman at halfback. He is so good at receiving the ball. He's a receiving back for a reason. And Tevin with the play on the corner route now. 35-yard line. Prettyboy looking to answer the early touchdown from Minimike. Gonna flip the play, put 3 wide receivers over to the left side. Hooper, the lone tight end in the game, on the right side of that formation. Devontae Freeman in the backfield. Ryan dropping back to pass. Blitz picked up nicely. Nobody's home. He steps up in the pocket. He'll pick up 1 with Matt Ryan.
Good defense right there from Michael. Twan trying to stay strong in the pocket, just couldn't get anything open. And taking the sack, not a terrible move right there. If you don't have anything open, don't force it. Live to fight another down. That's what Twan did right here. He finds himself manageable 2nd and 9.
Even picked up a yard. Ryan. Nice throw in the middle. That's Calvin Ridley. Down to the 11-yard line. 3 for 3 pass the ball. Here's 11 yards out from tying this ball game up. Might we be gifted with a good game here? Finally at DreamHack Madden. Nick Mazesco, RG, Rico Williams with you. Handoff. Devontae Freeman, no room right side.
I told you this was going to be a good game, Nick. You don't have to even worry about that one. As soon as I saw that these 2 competitors were matched up, I praised the old gods and the new. I thanked the Lord, because I knew we were going to have a good one.
2nd and 9 from the 10-yard line.
This still will be a game that will be over a 7-point difference.
Not buying it, Rico.
Buck 25 and counting in the first quarter. Prettyboy looking to answer. Single back trio formation.
It's interesting to see Twan not go to the run yet. There it is.
Right side. Stood up, picks up another 3. Big third down, upcoming 3rd and 5.
It's a big, big 3rd and 5 right here. You got to assume if Twan doesn't get this, he's likely going to have to settle for 3.
Yeah.
So this is a big play here early on.
Get up! 20, 20.
Under a minute to go in the first quarter. 3rd down and 5.
See how fast the game goes by when both players are moving the ball?
Oh, hand off. Freeman close to the first down marker. I think they got to give it to him. They don't. He's just
action.
short. 4th and inches.
The hurry up is risky right here.
Can Minimike get the stop?
You got
4th and short. He's looking to shoot the gap with Murray.
You got to assume Twan might call a timeout here. Yep, and go to the goal line.
I like the call.
You got to get yourself in goal line for inches.
That's the savvy veteran in him. He knows that this play right here is worth a timeout, especially in the first half. You can't take him with you. He needs his play call. You got to tip your hat to him, not getting caught up in the moment.
And he doesn't go to the goal line. I agree with you 100% there, Rico. Oddly enough, he doesn't go to the goal line. He's in the strong eye tight. Strong tight.
Coleman's at fullback. I think that's where they're going. It's Coleman into the end zone. Walks on in. Touchdown for Prettyboy.
And now you can see the old school in him. I told you, how old was I? Fullback dive on the goal line. That's what it was.
Old school.
He went straight old school on that. We're streaking in the quad.
So let me get the chat involved real quick. We obviously got ourselves a good ball game in groups finally. Chat, who do you got? Give me a 1 for Prettyboy. Give me a 2 for Minimike. We got ourselves a good one right here. I want to see where your heads are at. 1 for Prettyboy, 2 for Minimike.
Oh, how refreshing is it, boys? 30 seconds left in the first quarter. It's a 7-7 ball game. We got a close game here in wave number 2.
What do you think about Mike coming out in 3-3-5?
Yeah, I saw Fitzmagic talk about that in the chat, and it's a very good point. Yeah, you figure on an inches situation on the goal line. Nickel 3-3-5, though it's the move in a lot of situations, definitely not the move there, especially not what, he didn't even run commit. Mental mistake right there from Minimike, the brothers Valvano.
Minimike out of that. Trips tight end, moving Hill in motion from left to right. Williams on the right hip of Mahomes as he drops back to pass on 1st and 10. Rolls right side. He's got X down the field. Spin move. Kelsey's got room. 30, 20, 10, 5. Get into the end zone. Minimike with the response. 1 play, 1 score, and it's all of a sudden back to where we were. A 6-point game.
And you know what? Not one person in the chat gave me a 2 for Mini. You might want to be rethinking that now.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. That has to take the air out of Twan. He came back. He thought he tied this game up. He had the momentum, that big 4th down complete conversion. He gets it. Just to give up that play that way, that has to hurt. We got to see if he can put that behind him now and get this drop back together, because otherwise, things could get ugly.
Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating. I can agree with that. When you put together a long, prolific drive, you're feeling good about yourself, you're feeling crispy on the sticks, and then your opponent either returns a kick or hits you for a home run touchdown off rip. It's completely demoralizing.
1st and 10, play action pass. Looking down the field. Oh, that was a tight window. Incomplete pass. He's probably lucky that's not going the other way.
Definitely a tight window. It ended up being a my guy or no guy type throw, though. He got it over the defender. The defenders were behind Calvin Ridley. He still got his hands on it. There's too much traffic there for him to be able to hold on to it.
Back to the run. That's the quintessential bad timing on the real player motion. You get that little stutter cut from Freeman. Quick throw left side, misses it. We're gonna go to the second quarter. It's a 1-score game, but a 4th down upcoming for Prettyboy. He's looking to get a little tricksy there.
Big decision right here for Twan. He's gonna go for this. He's from the old school. If you're from the old school, you go for it on 4th down. Here he goes. And for some of our more casual players that may be watching, I know there's some people from DreamHack watching, not as familiar with competitive Madden. Players often go for it in this situation.
Over there, he's got a playmaker. RB.
Got him.
Oh, what a user by Minimike! Look, that bad boy going the other way!
And what I want to finish saying is players get aggressive in that situation and will often go for it on 4th down, even though you don't see it in real football, just because of how short these games are. We're only playing 5-minute quarters instead of 15-minute quarters like you see in the NFL. So that just forces players to get a lot more aggressive because they know that they have a very limited amount of possessions. Twan paid for it right there.
Costly turnover. Costly turnover in the middle of the field, but can he get a defensive play? Remember, Minimike's only run 4 plays in this game, but he scored on 2 of them.
Yeah, and if you go back and you saw that YouTube video we told you to look at where we said look up Vinny Valvano Madden, and if you saw young Minimike in that video, you know, riding with his brother, making noise at like 10 years old, and you're not a fan, I don't want to do business with you. We got nothing to talk about.
2nd and 3. For Minimike with the ball off the interception, up 7. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Now, if Mike scores here, Twan has to make sure he doesn't press. Because that's how this turns into a flood.
All I'm thinking about is when Vinny comes around asking, you know, why you picked against Minimike. I hope you got your explanation ready.
The mush.
What a cop-out.
The mush.
What a great cop-out.
It wasn't.
You thought this through.
Yes,
you had this
all
completely
over it.
thought this
all
through.
over it.
I should never doubt you.
I could not feel. I would feel terrible. You see what happened to Kotastic? I picked him.
Yeah, Kotastic, you can blame Rico for that one.
Yeah,
Get it? Kotastic turned into a nightmare.
I see what you did. I will give.
I can't handle this guy. I like him better when he's in the players' lounge.
I don't know. He's kind of fun up here at the desk. I will say I talked to Kotastic off stream, and he said, you know what, G, that was embarrassing, but you guys didn't show the first game that I won 42-7.
That's fair.
And all I'm thinking is,
Who the heck did he play?
who did you beat 42-7?
Hey, man, don't make fun of me. It was my first time playing in Madden tournament. 2nd and 5. Handoff, nowhere going.
Shout out to Kotastic, though. He was a cool dude, and like he said, he was just coming out here. He had never played on PlayStation. He enjoyed the experience, and you know what? That's
I get
what
to
it's
hang out
all
at
about.
DreamHack the rest of the time.
That's what it's all about. He has nothing to be ashamed of.
First ever Madden tournament hosted by DreamHack, and sure it won't be the last. Nick Mazesco, RG, Rico Williams. 3rd down and 3 for Minimike, up 7. Big opportunity to get off the field on defense. Mahomes looks to the corner. He locked him, and he's going the other way. Ricardo Allen with the pick.
Oh, no, Minnie, the smoke screen is sitting there right in front of you, begging you to throw it. The scramble's there. You're pretty much in field goal range. 2-possession ball game. These are the decisions you cannot make, especially against a veteran like Antoine Prettyboy Williams.
We need a camera on Vinny right now, because I can only imagine Vinny's face when he threw that.
Oh, man, Vinny's furious.
Vinny's furious. And the funny part is, Mike was telling me how great he was, how much he was going to be the man to beat. And Vinny came in and did work. Got out, he's ready, he's moving on to tomorrow. Vinny's just sitting there chilling, just waiting for his little bro to handle business.
And to be fair, it's a lot of pressure on Minimike, a lot of expectation for a long time. His older brother being one of the most respected people, inspiring people in the Madden community, that puts some extra pressure on you.
Picked off, going the other way. A bad decision by Prettyboy, and he is up out of his chair. Can't believe that he had square open over the middle of the field, took the dangerous throw, and just like that, Minimike back in action.
There you go, Minnie. Way to stand back up for yourself. And if Vinny was sad before, I think he's all right now.
Oh, yeah. He's in back like a proud coach.
As long as Mike is able to turn this into a 2-possession ball game, you cannot get out of this situation right here without it being 2 possessions if you're Minimike. Even if you don't score the touchdown, the field goal is essential. You'll take the touchdown, but you have to at least get the 3.
One of the things I was always proud about Vinny, he always managed the clock. He never beat himself. He never allowed himself, he never made any mental mistakes, if anything like that. And you can tell that he's instilled that in Mike. Mike knew to take that down to the 2-minute warning. He's playing smart. Now, I expect him to close out this half just like Vinny would.
2nd and 6. Trips tight end. Mahomes hands it off. Williams right in the middle. Big hit. But he holds on to the pigskin.
Good hit right there from Twan. And Twan's shown some good stick work so far in this game. He's just made some bad reads.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
3rd and 4.
You see the line pinched like that, you got to think if you're Mike, you're going to have time in the pocket unless he sends the goons. You have only a
Wow, he
two-man
drops
rush.
McKinley all the way back.
Gotta be smart.
Throw it away
Look at
if
the
it's not
user
there.
doing
You have to
great
throw
job
it away
taking
if
away.
it's not there.
Oh, he's got triangle in the end zone. Incomplete pass. Boy, how about the user coverage downfield using that defensive lineman, Tack McKinley, taking away 3 routes.
Stick work was always one of Pretty Boy's strong suits.
Ball is down, kick is up. It's a 2-score game, 17-7.
You see how old school Twan is? He doesn't even come out in field goal block. Because back when he was playing the game, field goal blocks weren't allowed. That's how old school he is.
We used to have to put the control down.
Yeah, on field goals, exactly.
Okay, why?
Because when I tell you there were a million ways to, like they were tackling your holder.
Yeah,
We were literally, like he wasn't blocking a kick.
Blocking kick
we could
wasn't-
sack your holder before you.
Like right now in Madden, it's designed. Like if you got to time it, you get the animation, then you got to execute the block. Back in the day, there was no designed blocks. If you were blocking a kick, you were doing it like a dirtbag. And chances were, if you could do it like a dirtbag, you could dirtbag every single time. So they had to create rules that were saying, hey, none of that dirtbagness. Put the controller down. That way, if it's a block, we know you didn't do any scum.
Well, Madden history here at DreamHack Dallas. So we're making history with the first ever Madden tournament hosted by DreamHack. 2nd and 10 for Prettyboy. Steps up, downfield, picked off. We're going the other way.
Here goes
Minimike with the 3rd pick of the first half. The second one, I think you would call a questionable read at best.
And once again, I'm not going to say I told you so. 17-7, he gets in the end zone again, 24-7. Another game that's not close.
Do this to us.
Keep it close, please. Play action.
It's looking tough right now, though.
Looking downfield, he challenges the user. You can't challenge that lurk. Can't challenge that lurk. Picked off.
And right now, Minimike is lucky we are now in the exotic headphone era of the Madden. Because there's no way on earth Twan would not have jumped up and told him everything that was wrong with that read and everything that was right about his defensive stand right there.
He might be sparing Mike a little bit just because of the respect he has for Vinny.
2nd and 8, 40 seconds and counting the first half. He's gonna drop out of the single back, drop back into the gun.
My guy, soccer ball 2-2-3. He's asking in the chat, does anyone want to win this game, RG? I think they both want to win it. I don't know if either one of them could run away with it, though.
Wow, you gotta feel good if you're Prettyboy, by the way. You've thrown 3 interceptions in the first half, and you're only down 10.
Absolutely, that's a good point. And Twan's going to get the ball to start the second half.
25 seconds remaining, 3rd and 3 for Prettyboy. Dropping back. He's got circled downfield.
Oh, he's got him. This is
circled
his one
downfield.
special.
It's Tevin Coleman inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Prettyboy. He's sitting there and saying, hey, Rico, how about calm down? We might have ourselves a game.
And here's what I'll tell you. He's absolutely right.
He's going to go for this. He needs to be careful with only 15 seconds, boys.
No turnovers here inside the red zone. 18-yard line.
We'll see if he went to the Vinny Valvano School of Clock Management.
He's got no timeouts, 15 seconds. This is a risky play here by Twan if he gets tackled in bounds. He's going to have to sprint to the line to get the field goal off.
Back of the end zone, high pass. Did he bring it down? Oh, Julio caught it and didn't get the feet in bounds. Almost a momentum-changing play for Prettyboy.
It's a good play, though, if you're Twan. Just trying to get a
Go
high
for
ball.
another play.
Holy Mongoli, give him a chance to make a play back
you
in
go
the
there
end
again.
zone.
Gotta go there again.
Can't
right?
throw a pick, though. You got to make this one possession if you're Twan. Know when you get the ball to start the second half.
Tip drill pick.
21.
Heard it first here.
Nostra Rico over here calling for the tip drill pick. 2nd and 10. Ryan looking for Julio. He's got it in the end zone. What a catch for Julio Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, we may be heading to halftime with a 1-score game. It's a good game here at DreamHack.
What I tell you, Rico, and I'll tell you what, if you're Minimike, you got to be
He's dancing.
You got to be a little better on defense. Look at Twan swagging around.
By the way, the wire that connects it is underneath him. They are terrified right now, production, that he's going to wind up knocking everything over.
Oh, no, we already had Rico step on the surge protector back here and turn off all the microphones.
That was you?
No, I did not. I was not responsible for the stream. It was just our mics for a second.
It's just the mics.
It was just our mics.
Okay. I will say on that last defensive play by Minimike, he had 3 defenders over there on Julio. The problem was 2 of them are sitting underneath outside of the end zone, which is no man's land in that situation. He can throw a ball there all he wants. You need to protect the end zone.
Look at this.
So a mental mistake right there for Michael.
Man up 3 deep defense.
Old school. Told you he's old.
And how about this? 2 quarters to play. 10 minutes of game action. It's a 3-point game with Prettyboy getting the ball to start the second half.
Funny thing is, if you told Mike right now he'd be up 3, kicking the ball off, he'd be happy to take this. If you told Twan he'd be down 3 or even up 3, he'd be disappointed.
Why do you say that?
I feel that Twan feels like he's the far better player in this game.
Twan's always felt that. To be fair, Twan's always had an obnoxious amount of confidence.
Jay Bird's over here.
Jay Bird getting ready to suit up on the side stream over there.
3-point game. Prettyboy with the ball.
I think Jay Bird was a great example of somebody this year. If you could really storm onto this community and get some recognition off of just that one big win. I mean,
do you remember who
changed for
called
him
that?
After he beat Young Kiv.
Do you remember who called that Young Kiv upset?
I have a guess. I'm going to guess his name rhymes with Chico Williams.
Why would you call it?
Because he gave
What
me
did you know about Jay Bird?
everything. I told you I had to block him on all social media. I had to block him from my phone. All he was doing that entire month leading up to that is telling me how tough he was, how great he was, how he was locked in.
Didn't fall for the big game speech.
This wasn't a big game speech. This was different.
Sounds like a big game speech.
No, because here's the thing. This kid literally, he asked me to vouch for him to get him in the MWS room. He said, I'm ready. He was playing against everybody. I had people telling me, like, hey, this kid has played more games than Volterax.
Oh, gee, that's a lot of games.
He was the most prepared person you would ever see for that. And he got his chance.
Took advantage of it.
And he took advantage. He was like Rabbit. He had one shot.
Definitely
Did he miss his chance to win?
Rabbit.
This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, yeah?
Yeah, he took advantage of it. He ended up on the CW special for that. He became, a more common name in the community.
What a
off of that win.
great play here by Prettyboy. He dumps it off to wide open Devontae Freeman, lets his stick skills do the work.
Was that on 3rd and 10?
3rd and 10.
That's you don't see a lot of people
Athlete being athlete.
You don't see a lot of people throw swing passes, and here's what I'll tell you. Sometimes those swing passes are going to be easier to throw from the under center position than from the shotgun.
21.
That was a good play right there from Twan.
1st and 10, handoff to Freeman, left side.
He had a lane, just didn't have the stick work to make it happen.
And RG, you were talking about how Prettyboy runs the ball effectively. Hasn't been great today. I've seen him miss a couple holes running the ball.
Well, to be honest, I don't know. He had a very effective run game in Madden 05, but to be honest, after that, he was mainly known as a passer.
Okay.
He was a guy that would air the ball out a lot the years after that. It's just Madden 05, he was so good with that juke glitch and that spin glitch, he had no choice.
He also had Michael Bennett.
Michael, 98 speed.
Michael Bennett. And then you still had to worry about Randy Moss, Nate Burleson, and everybody had that. He was running that shotgun 5 wide. Oh, so tough.
Kids nowadays, they talk about some of these, like,
how do you stop
tactics they got to deal with it. I mean, if you
no fatigue. There was no fatigue that year.
Could have used fatigue because of the formation shift glitch.
Yes.
And then the
spin, the juke.
People who haven't played old Madden games don't understand the word glitch. Like you guys are
what I'm talking about, the juke glitch was this tactic you could do with the juke move where...
Oh, Freeman's got some room outside.
He's juke glitching himself right now. Ooh, kind of sticky right there. But what the juke glitch was in 05 was this tactic you can use with the juke where if you did it, at the right timing, you could literally fake out every AI defender at will. You had to tackle these guys where they use their ball carrier. There was no clicking on and moving the defender in position and letting the AI. There was no AIs making the tackle.
Ooh. And he used to wait and pause and put his hand out in the backfield. It was tough.
I used to be able to bet people. I'd say, hey, I'll run around in practice mode. for a minute without getting touched. Put it on all Madden. They'd be like, there's no way. I just sit around juking in practice mode for a minute, and the AI just couldn't touch it.
And that's how RG became a millionaire, right there. Won a lot of money.
We were talking about Jaybird a little while ago. He's going to be on our B game right now. Him and Sage VF Baby. Wave 3 is already starting.
See, these guys, my guru's talking about the stiff arm bug from, they're talking about the truck glitch in Madden 20. Those things were tough. But I'll tell you, that was baby stuff compared to the juke glitch, man. You couldn't let the AI tackle a person.
No one got tired. And just imagine, you're worried about Michael Bennett. You had mobile Dante Culpepper as the quarterback.
Moss.
And then you had Randy Moss.
Kelly Campbell, 95 speed.
Yes.
I think Prettyboy might have heard me talking trash about his run game because Freeman's been the guy here on this drive.
Yeah. Oh, the illest. That was twin fades. He's talking about Keyshawn Johnson and Joe Jaravicious. Everybody remembers where they were the first time they saw that unbumpable twin fades round.
04?
Yes, that was the 04 game.
I think.
No, that was 04.
2nd and 9.
Because then,
back up! He jumped the screen! Oh, he was looking for that smoke screen one more time, and Eric Berry said, not so fast, my friend. All that drive, all that clock, no points for Prettyboy, still down 3.
Oh, that's rough for Twan. You're in field goal range. You can tie the ball game. Eric Berry, playmakers make plays, makes a huge one for Michael. If you're Twan, you got to watch Kelsey. He's been the one that's destroyed you in this offense so far on that corner route.
Oh, but look at finally the D-line getting to him. That's Tack McKinley with the sack.
That was a coverage sack. Everybody was locked up.
I don't know. Mike had a cute little play right there. It seemed like he motioned the post, and he had a little scissors concept with Kelsey running a corner route and the circle wide receiver, which is Watkins, running a post over the middle. Watkins looked like he was going to get separation, but
took too long.
Handoff up the middle.
It's a cute little play, though, if you could buy the time for it.
How about this 3rd and 8? We've seen the user from Prettyboy on defense be incredibly good. He's been coming close to the line with either Neal or McKinley and dropping back, taking away corner routes. Can he do it again? 3rd down and 8. Trips tight end once again. Hill wide left. Watkins in the slot. Conley between the two. Williams on the right hip of Patty Mahomes. Travis Kelce, the lone player on the right side of that line. Hill coming in motion from left to right. Mahomes dropping back. Mahomes rolling out. Looking deep down the field. Hill got open. Big hit, but he holds on to the ball. 1st down for Minimike.
What a hit by Twan. Mike fortunate that Hill able to hold on to that ball because Twan cracked him after that.
They are playing Madden football. This is a great
Fours up. We're heading to the 4th quarter. 17-14. We got a 3-point game in the 4th quarter.
Do I know a good one when I see it?
Yeah.
What'd I tell you? Unbelievable.
5 minutes left in this game. Handoff, Williams, left side. A little bit of a hole. He'll pick up 4.
That has to hurt Prettyboy right now. He's still thinking about that last pick he threw. And now as Mike runs the ball and takes that clock and makes it tougher and tougher.
Welcome to the dangers of timing routes, though. That's the thing. If you're throwing a timing route, it's a blind throw to the right side, and you just got to hope your guy's there.
Well said, Nick. If you're Twan, the thing that you got to be happy about right here, is Mike only being up 3. It's okay for you to let up the field goal. You just can't let up the touchdown in this situation, which allows you to play defense a lot more comfortably. You can go to a bend but don't break style. We know it gets stingy out there in the red zone. He has all 3 timeouts. He's going to have plenty of time to get the ball back. It is just pivotal for Twan right now that he doesn't let up the touchdown and holds him to 3 points at the most.
Minimike has been doing it with the run game. One more time, cuts it back.
Good stick work.
Winding and weaving. He'll pick up 10.
There's no need to hike this ball early.
No.
None whatsoever.
I got it.
Yeah, I've been in this situation. You know what it is? It's the unknown. Not knowing that, am I going to be able to make this a 2-possession ball game? He's going to be able to get the ball back. Is he going to be able to score and win by 1 point and not leave me enough time? You could really get yourself in a mental pretzel in this situation if you're Minimike, because there is a lot of unknowns in this game.
Expect to see, once again, Hill come in motion, handoff to Williams.
Has to be a run, right?
Oh, yeah.
Be a good time to play action, though. He's got everyone in the box.
Oh, he's going to throw it. Mahomes. Good coverage downfield. And it's an incomplete pass. 3rd and 1. It stops the clock.
I like that play, though, from Minimike. A lot of people don't know it, but some of the best Madden players in the world, they pick up big chunks of yardage when you get them in that 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1 situation, because they know the defense is playing the run. Let me use this opportunity while the flats are in hard flats instead of cloud flats to attack deep down the field. That's what Michael tried to do right there, just wasn't able to execute.
3rd and just a yard. It's going to be Mahomes throwing it one more time. Standing alone is Hill. Big hit at the 34-yard line. He's going to lose 2 on the play, and a 4th down decision for Minimike. Tack McKinley with the 1st down saving tackle.
Twan standing up.
Kicking that field goal.
Remember what we talked to you about earlier, one of the best trash talkers. He looks like he's letting Mike hear about it.
Ooh.
It's close. I think he's got it.
I think he's got it.
It's going to be close.
Ball is down. The kick is up. Oh, it sneaks in the upright.
Good.
Under 3 to go, and we got our first guap drive of the day, boys.
Yeah. I'm still going with the double-digit victory.
Yeah, you're crazy.
You're the worst.
Okay, just remember, when Mike gets to stop and scores again, just remember you heard it first here.
So you're completely selling your Twan stock at this point.
I told you that was the reverse mush jinx.
Oh, stop.
Don't worry, Rico Williams will not be with us the next 2 days. As we will leave him at Papa Do's.
It's Papa Do's.
I don't care. It's Papa Don't.
I don't think I can go back.
Ooh.
Hey, wait.
Oh.
I had a bad experience. I've had many good experiences, but the last time, that, what is it, that fondue put me out of commission.
The shrimp and crawfish fondue.
It put me down, man.
2:42 and counting. Good pocket.
I like
Finds
that
Freeman on the
flat pass.
swing. Pick up a 1st down. He's using that swing effectively because there's nobody over on that side of the field.
Yeah, it's nice. A lot of people don't use the swing route. When you do, you can't really get yards out of it. It's not very effective in competitive Madden, but Twan using it very effectively in this under center single back trio formation. I'm liking it.
Let us know in the chat. 1's up if Prettyboy gets it done. 2's up if Minimike pulls out the victory. Throw over the middle. Had him. Lucky that overthrow didn't end up in the defender's hands. 2nd and 10.
Muck Guru in the chat, he said, Papa's in San Francisco with my guy Rico was the GOAT. I did have a good Papa Do's experience with my guy Muck Guru and DG the 3rd, Donnie Greenfield. But we were in Houston, it was that year for the
Super Bowl. We were all there.
2nd and 10. Switch to a bunch to the left side. Ridley alone on the right side. Now Julio alone on the left side. Bunch on the right side. Freeman in the backfield.
Twan just committed to staying under center, huh?
Ooh, there's the danger. 2:06 and counting, 2:05. Looks like we're gonna hit the 2-minute warning and a key 3rd down upcoming.
It's been such a good game, Nick. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we came to DreamHack for. Ball games like this.
3rd and 13. Do you see maybe a swing here? He can get him 10 yards. That'll certainly put him in business.
All right, don't forget, Prettyboy's 2-0. Minimike's 1-1. This would put them both at 2-1. Not sure what else is going on in their group, but this could be some tiebreaker.
Well, I think McKinley's status went 3-0, so he's going to advance in the group.
He couldn't have went 3-0 if Twan's 2-0.
Oh, yeah, McKinley's status. Yeah, he lost.
Spin move by Coleman. Give him the 1st down.
You're right.
What a sticky spin there by Prettyboy, and he picks up the 1st. The 2nd, 3rd down, and long picked up by a running back.
It's going to depend on what happened in McKinley's other game.
Yeah,
because he's definitely 1-1, and he's probably playing now.
Yeah, I think he's going to win that game. So
3 2-1s with Mike beating Twan.
It's gonna go to
Twan
that.
beating
It's gonna go to
McKinley.
points.
McKinley beating him.
Play action
Points
pass.
scored.
Ryan. He's looking left side. Has him. That's Calvin Ridley inbounds and out of bounds at the 37-yard line. 1:27 to go.
yeah, we can't count our chickens before they hatch here because Twan is looking to go 3-0 in this group if he can finish this prolific drive and keep Minnie from getting any more points.
1st and 10. 37 yards away from pay dirt. He brought the goons. He gets it off. He finds Julio for a first down.
God, I love good Madden games.
And he needs 7 here, though. 3 does not help him. He can get down all he wants.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your grandma to tune on in. 1:09 and counting. It's a 6-point game. Prettyboy with the ball, nearing the 1-minute mark. Now under a minute to go. Needing 6. Here in the group stage, hands off to Freeman. Big hole, pick up 9.
Remember what I was telling you about Minimike too, Rico? You get nervous about milking the clock down because of situations like this. You know, if I get stopped by 3, do I want to give him the last possession, give him a chance to go up 1, and not give myself any time to respond?
2nd and 2. Why not give it to Freeman one more time? Pick up the first down to the 14. Hurry up offense.
Oh my
I don't know
gosh,
about
this is
this hurry up.
intense, boys.
14 yards from tying this game up and getting an extra point to win it. Under 40 seconds.
Mike Scott on his D lineman.
He caught it! It's a
He's got
touchdown! Julio Jones comes up with another big catch. How about that for double-digit game, Rico Williams?
He has to make this extra point.
Whose dance is better, Twan's or Julio's?
Oh, you definitely got to go with Twan.
All that.
Oh man, he's gonna kick the extra point. Minimike gonna have 36 seconds to respond, get himself in the field goal range.
Got him to jump. You got to kick it now. Kick is up. It is good. Prettyboy with 36 seconds left takes a 1-point lead.
Did I reverse jinx Minimike by calling it the big game speech?
Oh, I don't know. Mike, all I know is he's had some trouble in those key red zone situations. Forgot to double Julio earlier in the game. In this situation, gets caught on his defensive lineman. Twan takes advantage of it, goes back to the playmaker, Huli Mongoli, probably the best wide receiver in all of regs.
Holiday?
No, in regs.
Oh, you're right.
Julio.
I agree.
Julio's that guy in regs.
He absolutely is.
There we go. Minimike, the brothers Valvano, the brother to the miracle man, Vin Valvano, Madden legend. Minimike grew up in this environment. He grew up watching players like Prettyboy, watching his brother battle against him. And now here he is in the hot seat on the guap drive, going for the glory.
As long as you have Tyreek Hill, you have a chance.
He's got 2 timeouts as well. Hill in motion from left to right. Mahomes dropping back.
Might have
Coverage
Tyreek.
downfield.
Oh, he was going to try to let that rip to Tyreek Hill.
And all he needs is 3. He has to remember that.
Yep. It's easy to get in this situation and just want to get it out the way, go for the gusto. But Twan says no.
Only 30 seconds remaining. Boy, what a drive.
It's a great game so far. Neither one of these players is disappointed.
21-20. 30 seconds left. Mahomes stepping up, looking underneath. Finds Kelsey, breaks 1 tackle, gets clobbered. Ball comes out, but it goes out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's going to set up a 3rd and 2.
Getting out of bounds was huge right there. Allows Mike to keep both timeouts.
Now, do you get the first down here, or are you still looking to pick up a chunk?
I'm thinking first down, especially with the 2 timeouts, but you can't be scared to go for the chunk either. This is a tough spot, Rico.
3rd and 2. Trips to the left side. Kelsey on the right side. 1-point game. Got to get just inside the 40-yard line, it looks like, to have a chance at a field goal. Play action pass, Mahomes. Waiting. Looking. Might have a man. Oh, it's always picked off.
Get the
Keanu Neal with the interception.
Prettyboy's back.
The old school, the savvy veteran with a pick down the field. And he just sealed himself a 3-0 record and a win. Here in the final game of Wave 2.
Ooh.
We're going to get a challenge? We're going to get a little boost review action?
They don't challenge in competitive.
Oh, well, then, tough nuggets, I guess.
No challenges in competitive game style. The game just tries to make the right call.
Am I allowed to say I called it pretty well?
No. No, because you also said it was going to be a double-digit game, so sit on down.
No problem.
Just say.
I think it's one right there. Why even?
Fall down.
Points. He didn't realize. He's still thinking about seeding.
He's 3-0.
No, he's 3-0.
So about
to get the
Have
bye.
we found out how we figured out who gets the bye yet? I think they told him more points. That's why Kratovic said he was still putting up points.
Oh, man.
Look at the
that, I told
respect
you.
on stage.
Absolutely.
GG's in the chat because it finally wasn't GG. A 1-point win for Prettyboy. He finishes groups 3-0.
Yeah, and then the ultimate sportsmanship, the two of them guys talk, and they have history. They know each other from way back. You gotta love this. This is what you gotta like about Madden.
This is
These
competitive
two
Madden
dudes.
at its best.
Yeah, that's what it's all about right there.
And you gotta love the old school factor of Twan coming out.
Look at him.
Said he was
He's
gonna-
flexing on him.
Yes! The firm is back. I know somewhere, sure, T-Roy, House Shoe, even Chow is somewhere right now with a little bit of a, way to go. Cheyenne, Fool, let's not forget. They were tough.
I mean, Twan going 3-0 in a group that has guys like McKinley, Status, Minimike. I mean,
That's a tough group.
he may be back. I cannot wait to keep my eyes on Twan throughout this tournament.
Dance
Look at him
on him.
swagging around in his backyard. He isn't born and raised, grown up in Texas.
Awesome.
Yep. And where we have it, this was an amazing game. Obviously, by far the best game we've had all day long. We saw Minimike come up a little bit short. He fought the good fight. How you feeling, RG, right now?
I'm feeling good. That was a great game. I mean, hats off to Minimike. I feel bad for him. I know he was coming out here. He had a lot of expectations. He's got his brother watching, but he needs to hold his head up. He needs to realize this is his first year really taking it serious within the MCS. He's only going to get better. He has a good staple of people behind him. Keep your head up, Minimike. We expect to see more of you. And Antoine Prettyboy Williams, it looks like you're back, brother.
And here's the funny thing. I feel like we got a flux capacitor and went back to the future because you realize tomorrow, Vinny's going to be in that single limb. And Minimike's going to be behind him, cheering him on, just like it was in the old days.
Well, and talk about this. This is why open tournaments are phenomenal. You just saw two guys who we probably wouldn't have seen at an MCS event this year. We didn't see it at an MCS event this year. Come to this open tournament, pay their $60, come on in, and we just saw the best Madden game we have seen all day by far with two guys who we might not have seen otherwise.
You might want to hold your tongue right there. I just got breaking news.